Welcome. I'm Rick Negrin, VP of Product Management here at SingleStore, formerly known as MemSQL, and I'm here to tell you what's new in SingleStore 7.3. Here at SingleStore, we are on a mission to deliver the next great database platform. SingleStore is a distributed operational database that is focused on speed and scale. SingleStore is a database that can handle all your workloads, transactional or analytics, any type of data, and can be deployed anywhere in public cloud or on-premises. 7.3 is the latest version of the SingleStore database engine, the core engine that is shared between the SingleStore Managed Service and SingleStore DB, our self-managed software offering, which you can run anywhere you like. Now let's walk through a few of the new and exciting features in SingleStore 7.3. The first and probably most exciting thing is universal storage. The idea of universal storage, the technology we used to call SingleStore, is pretty simple. Today we offer what we call dual store. What that means is when you create a table, you can choose a row or a column store. This is great for developers as they can choose at design time which type of table they want and mix and match as needed by the application. However, sometimes customers don't know all the requirements up front, or the requirements change after the app is deployed. Plus, making the trade-offs between two different technologies can be tricky. SingleStore combines the scalability benefits of column store tables with the speed of an in-memory row store tables. The aim of this technology is to support both real-time analytics as well as operational applications in a single table type. You can just create the table and the platform handles making the hard choices under the covers to deliver your great performance and a low total cost of ownership. SingleStore's universal storage technology is being delivered as a suite of new features over several releases that started with the 7.1 release earlier this year, evolving the current column store until it becomes SingleStore. The new SingleStore features in 7.3 include the upsert capability. You also have a knob to make the universal storage as the default table type, as well as some additional syntax to making the sort key clear. We are so excited about where we are with the universal storage feature, we're going to set it as the default table type for our managed service. We've also made big strides within programmability. We have improved performance for our complex queries so we can do more than 18-way joins, allowing you to optimize them faster and run them faster. This is critical for our large enterprise customers. We also reduced the size of query plans to make them use memory more effectively. We now support a JSON aggregate function called JSONAgg that can take a row set with an arbitrary set of relationships and create a single JSON object that can be returned to the user, making it easier for developers to integrate that data into their application. We introduced an approx percentile function, which can speed up by as much as 10x calculating percentiles over a large dataset. Previously, you could use the standard percentile window functions. They are exact though, so they have to sort all the data. The approx function uses a subset of data to estimate the values, which makes it much faster. We also introduced user-defined variables via a select into variable name. These are scoped to a session and you use them across queries. This is one of the most asked for programmability features and is very handy when building a complex SQL script. We also now have what we call DDL forwarding. This allows a customer to send both DDL and DML queries to a single endpoint, which really simplifies things for the developer so they don't have to remember which endpoint to use based on the operation. We've also introduced a couple of new capabilities for ingest. You can now do select into outfile for GCP blob storage. We've introduced a new Confluent connector, allowing you to easily move data from Kafka into SingleStore when using the Confluent Kafka service. And our pipelines feature for Kafka also makes use of the new Confluent schema registry feature, so you can use Avro-based data and easily handle schema changes as they're flowing from Kafka into the database. We've also introduced a set of features around monitoring. Basically, it's a built-in monitoring dedicated UI and storing the monitoring data over time within the database itself. In addition, our infrastructure uses Prometheus exporters, so you can connect it to a Prometheus server in addition to using the built-in SingleStore Studio UI. The UI lets you get a complete view of the cluster and what was going on it over time, and use that information to troubleshoot or work on capacity management issues. These are just a few of the new features you'll get when you upgrade to SingleStore 7.3. For a full list of features, see the SingleStore 7.3 blog post or the release notes on docs.singlestore.com.